Where the blue of the night meets the gold of the day, someone waits for me.
This is Ken Carpenter welcoming you to Philco Radio Time, produced and transcribed in Hollywood with John Scott Trotter and his orchestra, the Charioteers, and Bing's guest, Al Jolson. And now, to again present a great star, a man whose thrilling voice and singing style have long been a tradition in the entertainment world, a performer whose career has been marked with success upon success.
Hold it just a minute, Ken. Jolson isn't here yet. You better introduce me first.
Oh, yes, that's right. Pardon me. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present Bob Hope's straight man and a golfer of sorts, Bing Crosby.
Thank you. All right, Ken, you can get back in the Philco freezer. John, give me a little small music box effect, will you? That's very music-y. Yes.
A greyhound who had lots of speed was surely bound to fail. For morning, noon, and evening, he'd be chasing his own tail. He was running around in circles, getting nowhere. A squirrel in a treadmill cage, around and round he'd go. You'd think that he'd be in a race, but seems he didn't know. He was running around in circles, getting nowhere. The man who runs a carousel is often heavy-hearted. He rides all day, but sad to say, he winds up where he started. So concentrate and clear your mind of schemes that never last, or you'll wake up someday and find your chances all have passed. You've been running around in circles, getting nowhere very fast.
Very nice, Bing.
Thank you.
But didn't that song leave you feeling a little dizzy?
Ken, is this sudden interest in how I feel on the level, or you...
Why, of course, Bing.
I know that your little habit of switching everything I say back to Philco radios. You're the kind of a guy who, you see a pretty girl getting off a train and you'd whistle at her Philco portable. Wouldn't you?
Oh, why not, Bing? That Philco portable is so sensational it plays even on trains without needing any special aerial.
Okay, so it's a powerhouse. But don't you think the Philco people would have done better if they'd got a portable with arms and legs so you could carry it piggyback? Huh?
Oh, why, Bing? Why put arms and legs on a portable when it's so handy and compact? That Philco's no bother to carry around.
This boy knows all the answers,
Sure.
I guess. Tell me, Ken, will it come when you whistle for it?
Oh, I should say not, Bing. It doesn't sound off with whistles and background noises. Tunes in stations sharper and clearer, so there's less station interference. Maybe I should remind you that it brings in stations all along the dial, too, and compare its marvelous tone, even with console radios. Well, it'll make you forget all your previous ideas about portable radio listening. Drop in at your Philco dealer and take a listen to Philco's sensational new portable. It's tops, and it's a Philco, famous for quality the world over.
Friend Perry Como sang a song a couple of weeks ago. Sounded very stylish to me. Here it is. What am I gonna do about you? Didn't mind the others I knew, but what am I gonna do about you?
that love and I were all through. Then your smile came out of the blue. Oh, what am I gonna do about you? My hopes were growing dimmer, my chances slimmer each passing day. I could have held out longer, but love was stronger. You had your way. And now all my dreams, and I've had a few, suddenly are all coming true. So what are you gonna do about me? What am I gonna do about you? And now all my dreams, and I've had a few, suddenly are all coming true. What are you gonna do about me? What am I gonna do about you?
I love a nice intimate finish, huh? And now, Mr. Jolson. To present our guest of honor is a happy, yet a difficult task. In describing this fellow's talents, one's thoughts naturally run to superlatives, yet somehow they seem inadequate. It took Irving Berlin to put into words and music Al's dynamic personality, his philosophy, and his entertainment viewpoint.
Let me sing a funny song with crazy words that roll along. And if my song can start you laughing, I'm happy, so happy. Let me sing a sad refrain of broken hearts that loved in vain. And if my song can start you crying, I'm happy. Let me croon a low-down blues to lift you out of your seat. And if my song can reach your shoes and start you tapping your feet, I'm happy. I want to sing of Dixie's charms, cotton fields, and Mammy's arms. And if my song can make you homesick, I'm happy.
Fine, and welcome again to Philco Radio Time. May I say, Al, you're looking fine.
I'd appreciate it if you would.
Al, look, what's this badge you got on here tonight? What is that in your lapel?
Oh, that?
Yeah.
That's a very important decoration, and I'm very proud of it.
Certainly an impressive item, isn't it? What is it, Legion of Merit?
No. You get this little thing for seeing the Jolson story 200 consecutive times.
You have compiled an enviable record, Al. You know, I once saw one of my pictures so many times I finally got to know my lines.
Really?
Yes. But your picture, 200 times, really? Didn't it get monotonous?
Bing, you see me standing here with my teeth in my mouth,
Yes.
Georgia on my mind,
Yeah?
and I want to tell you something.
What's that?
I enjoyed every minute of it.
But even so, Al, sitting through your picture that many times has got to make you Mr. Callis of 1947.
No, listen. Bingy, come here.
What?
I wasn't just sitting there. I kept very busy around the theater.
Doing what?
Well, I was running around knocking bags of popcorn out of people's hands. You see, I don't want any crunch, snap, or crackle when I'm singing. Can't have it.
You have a point there, a definite point. But popcorn, it's sometimes necessary.
Yeah?
Lots of people rush to the theater without taking time to eat. They get hungry.
Let them eat marshmallows. But anyway, Bing,
What?
listen. Let's forget about the Jolson story.
Oh, Al, how can you say that?
I gotta say it. It's written here.
Don't worry, Al. You read it so insincerely that we know where your heart lies.
But I do want to say this, Bing. In all sincerity, since I appeared on your program a few weeks ago,
Yeah?
honestly, I've just been swamped with all kinds of radio offers.
Really?
Telegrams, phone calls, messages all night long.
Oh, Al, I'm sorry if I got you into a big Timmus.
Timmus?
Wait a minute. I'm sorry that our appearance together has disturbed the serenity of your private life.
Don't be silly. I love it. And I want to tell you something, Bing.
What?
Burns and Allen called me to be on their program.
Really?
Fanny Bryce called me. Eddie Cantor called me.
Cantor calls everybody.
Collect?
Correct.
Listen, Fred Allen called me.
Yeah?
Jimmy Randy called me. Even Bob Hope wants me on his program.
Hope wants you, Hope needs you.
You tell him.
Any other big offers?
Well, they want me to roll up my pants and appear with the quiz kids. I don't know about that. And listen, Bing, Mr. District Attorney's after me.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know if that's for radio or not, really. I can't.
It's got to be radio, I'm sure.
Well, I don't want to bore you with any more of this, Bing.
I love to hear about it.
You do,
Man
really?
getting action like
well,
that.
yeah, I
is
know.
my
It's all of
stuff.
a sudden. But look, there was one guest shot on a show,
Yeah.
and I had to turn it down. Wow. I was sorry, but, Bingy, I just couldn't do it.
What was that?
They wanted to make me queen for a day. What's that phone? I'll bet that's Cantor. I'll answer it. Hello?
Hello. Who is this speaking, please?
Al Jolson?
Mr. Jolson, this is the Ooper radio survey. Would you mind telling me what program you're listening to?
Bing Crosby. And mark it down, honey. We need them points. I was just going to sing a pretty little song.
Well, let's have it.
Okay, hold the phone. Rock-a-bye your baby with a Dixie melody. When you croon a little tune from the heart of Dixie. Hang that cradle, mammy mine, right on that Mason-Dixon line, and swing it from Virginia to Tennessee with all the soul that's in ya. Weep no more, my lady, sing it again for me. Old Black Joe, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver if you will only sing the Swanee River. Rock-a-bye, your rock-a-bye baby with a Dixie melody. Rock-a-bye, hush-a-bye to a Dixie melody. When you croon a little tune from the heart of Dixie. Hang that cradle, mammy mine, right on that Mason-Dixon line, and swing it from Virginia to Tennessee with all of the soul that's in you. Mammy, listen what they're playing. They're playing Weep No More, My Lady. sing it again for me. And old Black Joe, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver if you will only sing the Swanee River rockabye, your rockabye baby, with that Dixie melody.
Great. Simply great, Al, and definitely in the Jolson tradition.
Thank you, Bing.
That's the type of song that's really in your groove. But what about those great comedy numbers you used to do, Al?
Oh, I used to do some funny songs with crazy words I wrote along, but I don't know, since the Bobby Sock, got the craze, I kind of got away from them.
Kind of got away from them. You remember Rip Van Winkle?
Now, please, Bing. I remember Rip. But I never knew the old boy personally.
No, I mean the song you used to sing about Rip Van Winkle.
Oh, that one?
Yes.
Bing, you really have a memory.
Let's see, how did it start now?
Well, let's see, the verse went something like this. Oh, many years ago, lived the wife of Happy Rip Van Winkle.
That's the one?
Well, that's all I remember of it. See if you remember the rest of it, will you?
I'll take a shot at it.
Okay,
you can have
baby,
8 to 5, I don't make it. From you, I'll take 6 to 5. Oh, many years ago, lived the wife of Happy Rip Van Winkle. One day, she drove poor Rip away as the little stars began to twinkle. All that he had under his hat, and she was glad to see him go. So over the hills he went, left her without a cent. One thing I'm anxious to know: who paid the rent for Mrs. Rip Van Winkle when Rip Van Winkle went away? And while he slept for 20 years, who was it kissed away her tears? She had no friends in the place, had no one to embrace, but the landlord always saw her with a smile on her face. Who paid the rent for Mrs. Rip Van Winkle when Rip Van Winkle went away?
Bing, that was good. Really, it was.
Yeah?
But there's one little thing you forgot in that song.
What's that?
Well, you see, that's a Dutch song.
Oh, he's a Dutchman, Rip. That's
Yeah,
right.
sure,
Yeah.
you see, and I think, without, I don't want to be fresh or anything, this is your program, I think...
I want you to spread out. Really mix, Al. Mix.
Mix, huh?
Mix.
Well, get away from that. I think this song should go something like this.
Let me hear it.
Who paid rent for Mrs. Rip Van Winkle? When Rip Van Winkle went away.
That's our problem, dear man.
And though he slept for 20 years.
Such a sleepyhead.
Who was it kissed away her tears? She had no friends in the place.
That's bad.
No one to embrace.
They're good.
But the landlord always saw her with a smile and... Maya, come on. Who paid the rent for Mrs. Rip Van Winkle? When Rip Van Winkle went away.
You have just heard the Katzenjammer Kids and the Catskills. Al, your rendition of that song is going to bring back wooden shoes, I promise you.
However, I don't think it'll ever bring Rip out of the hills.
Well, it's mighty pretty country up there, you know.
Say, yeah, that's what you tell me. And,
Up behind the
now
cat.
listen, Kingfish,
Grosinger's there.
yeah, up there with Miss Grosinger, right next to the Lord Barton. Say, Bing, I meant to tell you something.
Why?
Well, the darndest thing happened to me this noon. I just got to tell you about it. I was in the Derby, the restaurant with Sid Skolsky.
Yeah?
Well, a little old man came up to our table and said to me, Mr. Jolson, our lodge is running a big benefit show next Thursday, and I'd appreciate it if you come over and sing a few songs.
He trapped you in the back booth, huh?
Oh, he got me.
You're dead when you get back there.
He had me. Well, he seems like such a nice old fella. I told him I'd appear at the benefit. He thanked me and said, I wonder if I could ask you one more little favor. Could you bring Red Skelton with you?
This is building.
Building to a big show. Well, you ain't heard nothing yet, Bing. So I told him I'd bring Skelton. When I said that, I never saw a man so happy and was so grateful. He said, bless you, Mr. Jolson. And there were tears in his eyes.
Sounds like an Academy Award performance.
I wouldn't know. We should have been one of the 5 anyway. But... Well, anyway, the man said, Mr. Jolson, you could do me one more little favor. Get Bing Crosby to come, too.
Me?
I ain't talking about your brother Everett. I said, now, wait a minute. I'll be there. Huh?
He's a big stage weight, Everett.
I could have mentioned my brother, too. Would have been just as good. I said, now, wait a minute. I'll be there. Skelton will be there. But honestly, I don't know about Crosby. And he said, look, if you'll do me this favor, I'll do a big favor for you. I said, what's that? And he said, if you can get Crosby to come to the benefit, you can stay home. How do you like it?
Just for that, I'm going to go to the benefit with you, Al. I promise.
Oh, swell, Bing. Then we can give the folks some of those tunes they've always liked to hear.
Like what, for instance?
Well, like this, for instance. Are you with me?
I never want to leave you.
Well, no, sir. The bird with feathers of blue is waiting for you back in your own backyard.
You'll see your castles in Spain through your window pane, back in your own backyard.
Oh, you can fly to the east,
I'm gonna fly to the west,
but someday you'll come, weary at heart, back where you started from. You'll find your happiness lies right under your eyes, back in your own backyard. You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
You made me want you, and all the time you knew it. I guess you always knew it.
You made me happy sometime. You made me glad. But there were times, baby. You dog.
You made me sigh for. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you. I want some love that's true.
Yes, I do.
Indeed I do. You know I do.
Give me what I cry for. You know you got the kind of kisses that I'd die for. You know you made me love you. Watch them shuffling along.
I'm watching, baby. See them shuffling along.
Go take your best gal.
Get your real pal. Go down to the levee.
I said the levee.
I'm gonna join that righteous shuffling throng.
Hear that music and song. It's simply great, great. Waiting on the levee, waiting for the robber to leave. Watch them shuffling along.
Hitch-a-coo, hitch-a-coo, hitch-a-coo.
See them shuffling along.
Yeah.
Go take your best pal, your real pal. Go down to the levee.
I said to the levee.
Join that shuffling throng.
Oh,
Hear that music and song. It's simply great, great. Waiting on the levee, waiting for the robber to leave.
Somebody get me a Band-Aid. I just blew a gasket.
Oh, Al and Bing, that was great.
Thank you, Ken.
Well, if it isn't the old Philco man.
Well, Al, it's commercial time, and it's either us or Carpenter.
Now, wait a minute, Bing. You don't mean to say we're going to sing another commercial after what happened the last time I was on with you?
We got to keep singing them out till we get one right.
Till we get one right?
Yes.
That'll take us right into television.
Oh, come on, let's have a go at this one.
Okay, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed for good luck.
That's nothing. Philco's got a couple of vice presidents crossed.
They look better that way. No, Hey!
I'm glad I went and bought a brand new Philco.
Everywhere you find that Philco is the word.
That's the word.
It's the best ever heard. It makes you feel you're a great magician. Slip a record in position
And you're done. Work is fun.
with a new
1201. I sure do like my Philco. Do you?
I do. Twist the dial, sit back and smile as I enjoy my Philco. I do.
Me too.
I do.
Me too.
I sure enjoy my Philco. I do.
Me too.
I do. I sure enjoy my Philco. Now, Ding.
We made it, boy.
Oh, yeah. I ought to
A
say
lot
on
of
your...
bookmakers went broke on
Oh,
that.
absolutely. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that wasn't strictly from corn.
Oh, no, it was all right, Al. Anyhow, should we move towards the hip parade for the anniversary song?
The anniversary song?
Yeah.
That suits me fine. Oh, how we danced on the night we were wed. We vowed our true love, though a word wasn't said.
The world was in bloom. There were stars in the skies, except for the few that were there in your eyes.
Here as I held you close in my arms, angels were singing a hymn to your charm.
Two hearts gently beating, murmuring low, darling, I love you so.
The night seemed to fade into blossoming dawn.
The sun shone anew, but the dance lingered on.
Could we but recall
That sweet moment sublime, we'd find that our love is unaltered by
Just about rings down the curtain on this one, so I want to thank you very much for dropping in. Remember, the Philco welcome mat is always out for you.
Well, bless your heart, Bing, old boy. It always is a pleasure.
So long, Al. Good night, folks. See you next
Good
week.
night, Bing. Good night.
This program was produced and transcribed in Hollywood by Bill Morrow and Murdo McKenzie. Tune in to Philco Radio Time next week and hear Bing Crosby, John Scott Trotter and his orchestra, the Charioteers, Skitch Henderson, Peggy Lee, and Bing's guest, whoever that may be. And remember, only Philco makes the 1201. It's the newest invention in radio from Philco, the leader.